future billionaires? It's your girl Tarisha back at it with another banger. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss any of the content where I help you get after the bag. Make sure you also turn on that post bell notification. That way you're not missing out on the money that I'm gonna help you guys get. Welcome back to my billionaire gang. Today, we are gonna talk about how I turned $1,000 into $30,000. Now, some people may be saying, what in the world? Like, how in the world did you turn $1,000 into $30,000? What's the gimmick? What's the catch? Guys, there is really no major catch. I actually leveraged my credit, but also, thank God, my dad loves me to death. He also helped me with this deal. So you guys, I want you to learn from like what I was able to do, and you guys could more than likely replicate what I did depending on the situation that you're in, right? Basically, how did I turn $1,000 into $30,000? Again, like I said, my credit was very good, guys. So all I did was purchase a home. And it's like, okay, so how did you get money off of purchasing a home immediately? So one thing that I want to stress all the time when it comes into business as a whole, relationships are key. So my dad, aka one of my business partners, he owned a home, right? And he said, my family calls me Boo. He said, you know what, Boo? He says, about this time, you know, your credit's good. You've been saving up your money. You have a good job. It's time to put this W-2 to work. So I'm like, okay, Daddy, like what's going on? What you talk about? So he said, I have this house and you could put it in your name and walk away with some cash. And I'm like, well, how am I going to walk away with some cash? He said, well, the thing is, I have the house. I only want the money that I purchased it for, right? So I got it for $60,000, and whatever it appraises at, you could walk away with the rest. That way you can start your investment journey, because he knows that I love all things money, and I wanted to get into the financial space where I'm in the investment space where I'm able to start making money with my money and leveraging my credit. He already knew a broker that did some other deals for him, right? And the brokers, they know appraisers. And once you start building these relationships with certain individuals, that's why your network is your net worth. That's when you're able to start getting more things than you could really imagine, right? It starts really becoming a reality where you're like, dang, I can actually do this. So got the house, right? And we said we wanted to appraise. She said, what do you guys want to walk away with? I said, well, I want to walk away with 30. And you know, my dad wanted to walk away with 60, right? So that's already like $90,000. But after closing costs and all these other factors that go into it, you walk away with a lesser number, right? So I was purchasing a house technically from my dad, and it was going to go into my name, right? So he was getting all of the money. However, once the house was appraised and we realized that I wanted the 30, he wanted the 60, the broker and appraiser, she let the appraiser know, like, just make sure that it appraises at least 110. So the house did appraise for 110. So when I got to the closing table, I only had to bring in $1,000. So I literally only had to bring in $1,000 at closing, and I got to walk away with $30,000. Now, again, just to break it down, got to the closing table, signed the paperwork, gave him my cashier's check of the $1,000, and my dad walked away with not only his 60, but the 30 as well. So he technically walked away with $90,000. He pocketed 60, he gave me 30, right? Now I had the check and everything. It was like such a great feeling. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I really leveraged my credit and only had to come up with $1,000, and I just made $30,000. It was insane. And on top of that, it was investment property. So my brother was living there at the time, so he was already paying rent, but now he was just covering my mortgage, and I was walking away with like a few extra $100 per month. You know, I'm not going to beat my family in the head, nor do I want to beat anyone in the head. I would just make sure that they're in a comfortable living situation, and also being able to capitalize off of it if I'm able to, right? So this is the cool part. The fact that I put $1,000 down and I walked away with $30,000. I could have blown that money on whatever I wanted, right? But thank God, again, my dad is into investments and things like that. I said, you know what, Daddy? I said, after I took the picture with the check, I said, once it's deposited, I said, I'm just gonna give you the money, you take it and do some investments for me. So guys, I lie to you not, the following month, right? I closed on October the 16th of 2020. Literally, that following month, I was making $1,100 per month off of that $30,000, because we were doing hard money lending. That lasted for about 4 months. And then we did another deal where it was like $683 or $700 per month for like a good 4 or 5 months. So you have to think, off of that $1,000, not only did I make $30,000, but then I made $1,100 consistently for 4 months. And then it went to, let's say, again, like I said, $600-$700 after that. So almost for a year straight, I made about an additional $7,000 $30,000. So off of that $1,000, I technically made $37,000. This is the power of leveraging credit. This is the power of real estate. This is the power of knowing individuals. That way you can get the correct deals. Now, granted, you guys may say, well, your dad gave you the house, he broke even. Okay, great. But guess what? There are so many people in this world who have the money, but they don't have the credit, or they have the credit, but they don't have the money. So depending on what your situation is, you can make money one way or the other. Now, granted, you may say, I don't know anyone who has any money, I don't have any money, and I don't have the credit. Guess what? Get your credit repaired, and then you can leverage your credit in order to get into real estate, or to get into Amazon, or to get into mobile fingerprinting, to get into Turo, Airbnb, pharmaceuticals, like all types of things. Like, it doesn't matter, guys. So my words of advice when it comes to how can you flip money: one, you want to put together take actionable steps, set your SMART goals that are measurable, and make sure that you're not just jumping off the cliff, just hoping that you land on 2 feet. You want to make sure that you are being intentional with every step that you take in order to get to the next level, in order for this investment to work, because not all investments work, right? I knew for a fact that this investment was going to work. Why? One, my credit was good. Two, we already went to the broker and told them the numbers that we were looking to walk away with. That's their expertise. So that's how we knew that the house needed to appraise for at least $110,000 in order for me to be able to walk away with $30,000, my dad $60,000. And then you guys may be asking, where did the other money go? That went towards like the closing costs and things like that. That's why I still had to pay at least $1,000. So there are so many different ways to make money. Yes, I made $30,000, or should I say $37,000 roughly, off of $1,000 by one, having $1,000, and two, having good credit. So listen, guys, it's your girl Tarisha. It was just a quick little story of how you really can leverage your credit in order to make money immediately with the snap of a finger, right? That money was in my account within like 2 to 3 days once everything cleared. So you too can do it. So listen, my billionaire gang, again, put some comments down below on any additional information or content that you guys want me to push out. Again, I'm going to be coming with a lot of heat, and the more ideas that I have, the better for you, because I just am here for you guys. Like, I just want us to be able to build this amazing community where we all can get after the bag together, because there's so much money out here to be made. You're one individual, I'm one individual, your mom and dad, they're one individual. There's still not enough money out here to be made. There's too much money to be made out here. So listen, you're a billionaire, believe it. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I'm coming with some more heat, guys. But until next time, adios.